In the vast universe of sitcoms, where each show tends to follow the same tired formulas and predictable tropes, every now and then a true gem emerges. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is one such gem. Its combination of heart, humor, and endearing characters has quickly made it one of the most beloved shows of the year. Episode 14 of Season 1, which aired recently, was a perfect example of why audiences have fallen head over heels for the series. In this delightful chapter, the return of beloved characters Meemaw and Wayne brought a mix of nostalgia, humor, and unexpected joy. An episode that both fans and newcomers could appreciate. From the outset, this episode had a lot going for it. The setup was classic. A story full of mishaps, misunderstandings, and quirky family dynamics, but it also had a layer of emotional depth that's hard to come by in a sitcom. At the core of the plot was Georgie and Mandy's ongoing journey as a newly married couple. They've dealt with the ups and downs of adjusting to married life, but in episode 14, things took a fun turn, all thanks to the return of Meemaw, Georgie's grandmother, and Wayne, Mandy's father. The reunion of Meemaw and Wayne. In any sitcom, the return of characters that audiences know and love is always a big deal. Meemaw, played by the brilliant actress Annie Potts, has been a fan favorite since the very first episode. Her quick wit, sarcastic humor, and tender moments with Georgie made her an integral part of the show's early success. Similarly, Wayne, Mandy's eccentric father, portrayed by the always hilarious Walton Goggins, has always been the quirky, lovable rogue who adds a unique flavor to any scene he graces. The combination of these two forces, Meemaw and Wayne, was a recipe for a hilarious and heartwarming episode. When Meemaw and Wayne show up unexpectedly in the episode, the already complicated lives of Georgie and Mandy get even more tangled. The couple is trying to navigate the finer aspects of married life, like what to do with their small but growing family. And suddenly, the arrival of two people from their past throws everything into chaos. The comedy that ensues is a perfect blend of awkwardness and love, with Meemaw and Wayne's antics putting Georgie and Mandy's nerves to the test. But what makes the episode truly special is how their presence feels essential, not just as comic relief, but as a reminder of the importance of family and the ties that bind us, no matter how silly or unconventional they may seem. The silly yet perfect storyline. At first glance, episode 14 might appear to be just another sitcom episode, built around a series of misunderstandings and slapstick humor. But it quickly becomes clear that this is no ordinary filler episode. The storyline is quirky, yes, but it carries with it a deep undercurrent of emotional resonance. The central story revolves around Georgie's attempts to prove to Mandy that they can navigate the challenges of marriage without always needing advice from their respective families. This is something Georgie has been trying to do for a while now. He wants to show that he's capable of being the strong partner in the relationship, even though he still has a lot to learn. But with Meemaw and Wayne in the picture, things quickly go awry. In a hilariously chaotic turn of events, Georgie finds himself in a ridiculous situation where he inadvertently agrees to take part in a family tradition, one that's not only silly but also completely out of his comfort zone. Wayne, with his usual devil-may-care attitude, insists that Georgie participate in a bizarre, quirky family competition that has been passed down for generations. Meemaw, of course, adds her own brand of snarky commentary, making the situation even more ridiculous. It's a situation that is completely absurd, yet the show manages to make it work with its clever writing and impeccable comedic timing. The comedy is heightened by the contrasting personalities of the characters involved. Georgie, who has always tried to be the voice of reason in the relationship, finds himself caught between the high expectations of his family and the pressure to please Mandy. Meanwhile, Mandy, trying to maintain her sense of balance, watches in disbelief as her husband gets wrapped up in a farcical family tradition. The tension between these two forces creates a delightful dynamic that is both funny and poignant. The episode's humor doesn't come from the usual cliches or tired sitcom gags. It comes from the characters themselves, their chemistry, and the way they navigate the absurdity of life together. Meemaw and Wayne, the heart of the episode. What truly elevates this episode, however, is the way it explores the relationships between the characters. Meemaw and Wayne, for all their quirks and silliness, represent the older generation of the family, the ones who have seen it all and lived through their own fair share